Portugal, a land that once was home to a great Jewish population. Walk the narrow lanes and passages of Lisbon, Porto, and the small towns. You'll find faint echoes of Jewish life that once filled these quarters.
Jews have been living in the Iberian Peninsula since the times of Solomon. This neighborhood was basically one of the spots where Jews left Portugal when they were expelled in 1496.
That was when the Inquisition came to Portugal, a time of religious persecution, forced conversions, and expulsions that ended over 1,500 years of Jewish life. Drawn to Portugal for its trading opportunities, and later fleeing the Inquisition to Spain, Jews made up about 20% of the population before the Inquisition. Later, they became known as the Sephardim, from the Hebrew word for Spain.
Practically all Portuguese have Jewish blood, and I think there's a genetic memory that continues and that will continue for many generations.
That memory has caused Portugal to examine its Jewish past and to rediscover its Sephardic heritage.
The Portuguese network of Jewish quarters with municipalities and with Jewish communities in Portugal to recreate the history of the Sephardic people in my country.
Red de Judiarius is one of several initiatives in Portugal to connect to the nation's Jewish past.
For us, culturally, is an important piece to our identity.
Jews played an important role in the history and achievements of the Portuguese Empire.
The Jews before the Inquisition were very much part of Portuguese society, and they were particularly well inserted into the royal court, where they held positions of doctors, of teachers.
The discoveries of the New World, the discoveries of the road to India, we have a tremendous role that was performed by Jewish who synthesize knowledge, scientific knowledge from all over Mediterranean.
The Inquisition resulted in most Jews leaving Portugal for Amsterdam, Venice, Saloniki, and Morocco, among many places. The loss was quickly felt.
The arrests and confiscations by the Inquisition in 1617 were a tremendous blow to the trade of Porto.
Many Jews opted to convert and remained in Portugal as new Christians. In the small mountain towns near the Spanish borders, signs of the hidden Jews are carved on the doorposts.
The mezuzot have the shin up, and here is placed down. So all the things that were supposed to be in the mezuzah is here.
Remarkably, some hidden Jews managed to retain their traditions over 500 years. In the town of Belmonte, a community has come out of the shadows, expressing its Judaism openly and with pride. Jews began to return to Portugal in the 19th century as the religious and political environment became more comfortable.
My own family, one of the first to leave Portugal after the Inquisition, and they fled to the Azores. The descendants of the same family were the first to return to Portugal.
During World War II, over 100,000 Jews fleeing Nazism found safe passage through Portugal to the US and Latin America. Some remained. Today, there's a small but committed Jewish community centered in Lisbon.
Our community, which originally was a Sephardic community, today the majority is Ashkenaz because of all the refugees that stayed.
The Jewish community of Portugal is very small, yet there are many others in Portugal who are discovering their Sephardic roots and connecting to their heritage.
And when I was born, I was raised as a Roman Catholic, and I'm looking in my roots to see if I can find something to belong with. And I always felt Jew since I was 5 or 6 years old. I always felt like one of the tribe.
Sephardic culture is very linked to the way of being Portuguese. The way Sephardic Jews expressed themselves all over the world when they were expelled from Portugal is very much Portuguese. Also, Portuguese culture is very much Jewish in this sense.
We can hear that in the sad Portuguese fado, music that resembles the Ladino songs of the Sephardim.
Ai Maria, ai Maria.
Jews returned to Portugal after 500 years, and they're still returning from different origins, and we're still here.